to the Pelicans postgame report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
Perfect. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever. Ain't gon' lie, I feel flyer than I ever been. We stay ballin', this New Orleans, I'm a Pelican. It's going down in the nest, wild, wild west. Come in town and you best, show us some respect. 3-point threat, I better make it rain. If it's up, then don't jump stupid like your ankle sprain. Always said, never hate the player, hate the game. Jumper where the dame late, punch a train. Post game, big Q, talking about business. Bird gang, YouTube, they ain't flocking with us. Lock up the division mission, get into the finals. Finish competition, then it's going win the title. I know this flyer than you can get. Such a threat that the refs just might call a tag. You could double, you could press, but you can't check. Right, left, slide by you like a Eurostep. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever, Pelican forever. And never, and never, and never, and never, and never, and never say birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, fly down, I'm a Pelican forever, Pelican forever.
It was our defense to me, all night. We just didn't, not enough resistance, I think they wanted 18-2. They hit the tough three to start to end the third quarter. And then it was just a blitz first 4 minutes of that quarter. Had no resistance at the rim. They got downhill at will. Point of attack defense, just too weak, too soft. So we got to be better. Defensively we got to be better. And tonight, that was not our finest performance. I'm proud of the guys though that they battled. We stuck in that game and gave ourselves a shot. Obviously Murph, big fourth quarter, and we had shots. We had shots to win the game. We had shots to tie the game.
This guy's Willie Green, man.
We battled.
We've seen in the past that those have been situations when a team would get that kind of lead, things wouldn't go the right way. But what did you see about just both times having that fight to be able to get back?
You nailed it. We don't drop the sword. This team does not drop the sword. We just keep fighting, keep battling. We've been in every game. We're going to be in a clutch game night after night, and that's all you can do. Keep putting yourselves in those positions. Obviously, you want those shots to fall. You want to stop, to pull out the win. But I'm proud of our guys that they're battling. The effort's there. The focus is there. Our defense was not there tonight. That could have helped us.
So what are you proud of?
This team's not giving in. They continue to battle. I'm proud of that.
You proud of what? They lost tonight.
Trey Murphy made 12 3-pointers.
It's 40 losses on the season, bro. What you talking about? You proud of?
He proud of nobody getting traded.
I'm sick of these bum-ass coaches. Borrego is 11 of 28. Yeah, this is crazy.
You see how far he's come, and, he's really excelled this year. He's made massive steps. So I think tonight was another indication of that. His shot making, play making, as you said, his defense, the board. Really proud of his effort overall. But he was huge tonight, He looked down the stretch, making big plays for us. He got us there, to that closing moment. We put the ball in his hands late. I think he made the right play to Jose. I'll go back and watch the film, but, I think he made the right play. Jose right in front of him to win the game. Good look there. I think we'll take that. We trust that. And then he had one late, kind of a dagger shot, or, we were down one, I think, at that point. So, but he made fantastic plays all night.
He did the lion's share of that, 24-46.
Man, I guarantee you ask Trey, that 40 points, those 12 3-pointers don't mean a damn thing in a loss.
Well, I think the ball was moving tonight. The guys did a great job, especially early on, of just driving, kicking. We got downhill, got to the paint. The kickouts were there for us, so we were getting good, clean looks on the catch and shoot. I thought the guys did a great job sharing the ball tonight, so the looks were clean. So we had some in transition, and obviously Murphy was a big part of that. So More than anything, the ball movement was excellent tonight. Good.
This guy, hey, bro, this dude is crazy, man. The man is insane, man. He got up here several times congratulating the team. They had this game and let it go, man. They had this game. There were situations. Trey Murphy, 44 points, that's good. 12 3-pointers is nice. I'm not celebrating that in the loss, man. The Pelicans picked up their 40th loss on the season, fam. You got this coach sitting up here, cowardly, stupidly, chumpishly giving out accolades to a team that is 13-40. Talking about he'll take that. And see, we thinking Willie Green is the reason for this stupid ass philosophy of congratulating these players. And they so unintelligent that they can't see that that is not a good philosophy to have for this team. Because congratulating them in losses is not getting us over the line. Obviously, you got to change how you coaching this team. You got to change. You got to stop congratulating them. You got to start putting more feet to the fire. You got to take more control of this offense. Trey was shooting well. He was doing this thing. But at one point in the game, we didn't need a three-pointer. We was only trailing by one, fam. While we trying to jack up shots from 5 feet beyond the three-point line, and the guy, his feet wasn't even set. Had a guy up in his face. While we trying to shoot threes at that point, and he got cold at that point. While we trying to jack up threes, we just needed a two to take possession of the game. Where's the coach at to say, hey, man, let's settle down and start getting into an offense and just do what we do? Let's just be smart about it. I just don't understand these people, man. And I hear the family members say, Q, we got to trade. Fam, I'm telling y'all, man, we have the talent here. These guys are not directed properly. They're not coached properly. This is still Willie Green's team. You can hear the talking points. That's what this guy said is exactly what Willie Green would have said when he came to the podium in a loss in overtime against Milwaukee, and they're missing their best player. Guy comes back off injury, light the Pelicans up. I mean, it's just really stupid time after time, over and over again. I'm hearing it. And Joe Dumars said, really, he ain't said, but that's why the earlier show, people was asking, what the Pelicans doing? You're not, fam, listen. We don't have a coach. So you have other teams out there that have coaches, and they're moving for players that they know will fit their systems, and they're going to build around that. The Pelicans do not have a coach. We are stuck with this guy until the end of the season. And then when we get to the end of the season, we can clear all of these losers out of here. All of these bum-ass coaches that don't know what they're doing, don't have an idea on how to get these guys to play offense and defensive consistently. I mean, it's just infuriating, man, to just witness the incompetence of this coaching staff. It is unbelievable to get these guys to do what they're supposed to do, to get the proper alignments, to get guys to play defense and not let it become a layup line. Guys getting up to the cup easily. The stupid, unintelligent switching that keeps happening. Even most people, novice watching the game, say, hey, man, Q, maybe they shouldn't be switching because they don't know how to do it. They don't know how to do it, but yet they keep doing stuff that is bad, and it infuriates me. DC, man, shout out to the Pelicans for all things Pelicans. We in this thing, man. I just am furious with all of the dumb basketball that we keep seeing. This is another road loss. I picked this team to win. This is supposed to be a win, just like a couple other games supposed to be a win.
Well,
but it can't be a win because we don't have a coach.
We haven't won for 7 years in Milwaukee, bro. I found that interesting. They actually said that on the broadcast. I was like, what? It's been 7 years since we won in Milwaukee. That is nuts. But shout out to everybody.
A lot of that was done, but less than that though, DC. That's because Giannis was there. It's tough beating Giannis in Milwaukee. That was the main reason why you wasn't getting those victories. But there was no Giannis tonight. There was no Giannis.
I just want to shout out everybody in the chat for showing up, man. I'm doing all right, Jaden. I see you guys. What's happening with you?
Well, anyway, bro.
I appreciate all the family being in here. because just shit like this, man, the double overtime thriller, and we just watched them. We just turned to mush, at the last. It really got better because it used to be like the last 3-4 minutes of a game. They actually play tough. But like, man, that last minute, when they get under a minute, oh man, it's like they put themselves in some type of mental pressure cooker, bro. The players just go to doing dumb shit. Like I get the shot attempt from Trey because he was hot, but it's like, well, bro, we down by one. Like you said, we down by one.
We
the
didn't
perfect
need
time
no,
for you to pump fake and try
right.
to get to the line. I mean, we had like 30 fucking free throw attempts. Like, play on that shit. Just no type of what's composure. We're not composed as a team. And I think that that always goes back to coaching. And you hear me get on my soapbox all the time. Point guard play, man. I think something as simple as having a competent veteran point guard, an actual point guard that's been a point guard in the league for a while. I think that something small like that would have won us this game, man. Because we're just falling apart at the end of these games. And Milwaukee was trying to give it away to us. I couldn't believe what I saw. Every time shit got tight, they gave us a turnover, man, and we couldn't capitalize off the shit. But at this point, I'm with you, man. We got a clean house. We got to do the whole voodoo ritual thing. We got to do something to shift these guys' psyche because the ghost of Willie Green is still here. Q, they lost so much, and with these same losers on the coaching staff, it's just like embedded in their psyche. We could do everything. We shot like 50% from the fucking 3-point line, man. We hit a career high, I think, in 3-pointers in the game for a player and as a team, and we still found a way to lose. When you start saying shit like that, man, they're working against themselves. It ain't even the opponent. They have a mental block, like they're allergic to winning, especially when they get tight, bro. They're so used to being that team they've been under Willie Green, where they can only win games when they have a lead going into the fourth quarter and hope to maintain it. To when it gets tight, it just feels so uncomfortable, and they cannot keep their composure, man. We get hit a few times and we stay composed, but it's improved from what it was because they couldn't keep their composure at all. And the end of 4 quarters. Now it's down to that last minute of the 4th quarter, man. And I think they just either don't have the right game plan, or let's say, which I don't think that's the case, but let's say Borrego's telling them to do the right stuff. But these voices that they're hearing telling them what to do, it must be stale, or it just don't get through, man, because there was no reason for them to lose this game. And then you got the front office coming out and saying they're a playoff team. I see a playoff team in the future. And we lose to a 19-win team with no Giannis, without their best player. And we fully healthy, other than DeJounte Murray. And then you still got somebody like Jordan Poole. I guess he's getting traded tomorrow or at some point, because, like, why else wouldn't you put him in the game? At least we didn't have the law tonight where we go for 3 or 4 minutes and we can't score. We usually have like multiple of those in the game. We didn't have that tonight, but I guess it probably was reversed because we probably went to where we just couldn't stop a team for 3 or 4 or 5 minutes straight. So more the same, man. And I mean, I think this is just what we're going to see going into the end of the season. They possibly will go on another run, especially as you get closer to the end, because you're just going to have a lot of teams that ain't really trying to win, man. You seeing people pulled off trades, and now they're going to go into tank mode to try to secure that draft pick, if they got a pick in 2026. So we definitely going to get some wins just on that. And you would think Milwaukee would be one of those teams, and the refs and everybody did everything to try to make sure we win this game, man. We just find a way to lose. It would be amazing if we had our pick. I don't think it would feel this miserable, but by the Pels not having a pick in 2026, it's like, man, what the fuck are we doing?
I don't know, man. Um, all I do know is Pelicans are 13-40. That's the 40th loss of the season, and it's incredibly ridiculous because it's the same stuff over and over again. From this team, they can't seem to find something to set they had on, so to speak. He talking about they're supposed to be defensive efforted team. They don't really do, and it's just a lot of stuff that I can see the Pelicans don't consistently do well. And you look at the stats tonight. The referees were doing a lot of stuff to kind of help the Pelicans. I mean, the free throw attempts are monstrous. They went to Milwaukee and was benefited by 29 free throw attempts. They had 23 or 29. The Bucks only went 8 for 10. They had 10 attempts in their own building. So they had that going on for them. But like I said, man, when you are a team that's incomplete and you don't play a full game or give a full game effort, you got a half-ass coach that's congratulating you on half-ass effort, your team's going to underachieve. They're going to constantly underachieve because no matter what, this guy's not tough enough to push these people. You do not. I understand if it's a tough effort, but the Pelicans, this is their third straight loss. This is their 40th loss of the season, and this guy's been running the team for a while now. He took over the team, and what is Borrego's record right now? He is 11-28. He's been coaching this team for 39 games. He took over in middle of November of last year. He's 11-28 since he's been here, and this team is completely underachieving. We don't consistently play through anybody like we supposed to, so players can't get in rhythm like you would want them to be. They get low IQ in moments, the clutch moments of the game. Many of these games, like in this game in particular, we did not need a three-pointer. All we needed was a two to take the lead. We didn't need a three-pointer. We didn't need to jack up a three-pointer 5 feet away from the three-point line with a guy standing there by you. We didn't need to do that. So it's a lot of really ridiculous things that we see. The guy never touches on it. He just congratulates them and all that. And I just say to myself, it's time to move completely clean all of these guys out of here because this coaching staff isn't accomplishing anything. All they're accomplishing is getting money for losing. This is the 40th loss of the season. This team is not doing what it's supposed to do. It's healthy. They can't say it's injuries and all this kind of stuff. These people have all of their people, except for DeJounte Murray. They have more than enough to be competitive and win games. It's not like we missing Zion and Trey and Herb or Sadiq Bey or anybody else. The Pelicans have all of their people and still losing games. So they can't blame the injury bug like they like to do. Then they say this, that, and the third. You got to put it on the head of the coach. The coach is not handling the business. You cannot sit up here and congratulate these players over and over again in losing situations. They're not learning from that method. He's too soft to run this team. We need more of a solid disciplinarian coach that'll tell these people the truth and not placate to them like this guy is doing. The same way Willie Green placated and didn't know. So like I said, at the end of the day, man, we got to clean these people out. This whole stinking staff has to go at the end of the year. And I think Joe Dumars realized that. Like we realized it. Like you move around players. Like realistically and truly think about this, fam. If we had a good coach, we would have an identity. We would know what to do with a Zion Williamson. We would have roles for these players. We'll have priority and hierarchy on the team. We'll have this guy does this guy does that, this guy holds the ball the majority of the time, this sort of thing. We'll have balance. We'll have consistency. We'll have a pecking order. We'll have order and not chaos. The free-flowing, all this bullshit, he talking about free-flowing offensive system. No, it's chaotic because these guys are not disciplined enough to know what to do in the clutch moments of the game. You see what I'm saying? And we've seen that tonight. We've seen that in the last couple of games where we've seen the team through the 40 losses. We've seen it. So, like I'm saying, man, we need to have a coach here to do it. And I keep telling you guys over and over again, the Pelicans shouldn't build this team and make all these trades unless they find out who their damn coach is. That's the number one thing. They have to find out and get a coach. Once you get the coach, then you can go about trading for players that fits the coach's system. Trying to put together a competitive team without having a coach. This guy's the freaking interim coach. I guarantee you, him and all of these staffers that he have will be out of here at the end of the year, like they were supposed to be at the start of the year. They were prevented by Gail Benson. Remember, don't get the short memory. Remember the whole damn thing that Gail Benson held Willie Green here till long enough to destroy the season. When the Pelicans finally did shift them out of here, they were in the losing column double digits. And then finally we get Borrego here. The offense picks up. The guy can't coach defense. Staff can't coach defense. Get the guys back healthy. Go on a little 5-game winning streak, and then lose what 8 of them straight or something like that. And we just can't. They can't get it right. They're like the little dude from Life. Can't get right. Bokeem Woodbine. They can't get right. This team is there. The team is Bokeem Woodbine from Life.
Well,
they can't get right.
He did get right that one time when he made that baby.
I'm just that's my baby. That's my baby boss. That's my baby boss. Man, listen, all I can say, man, at the end of the day, I keep saying the same thing. You can't make trades to build a team when you don't have a coach. This guy is an interim coach. He's going to be gone at the end of the year. So is all these bum-ass Willie Green assistants. They're going to be out of here. You're going to have a whole new coaching staff. Trying to construct a team and then find a coach to fit what you constructed is back-ass building. So that's what's going on here. What he's trying to do is trying to get them to be as competitive possible so they can at least try to get to the plan. But the Pelicans coaching staff is so woefully incompetent that they can't even galvanize all these healthy players. Trey Murphy with 44 points tonight. We can't get them to play together. We can't. It's just crazy. But at the end of the day, let me get through these stats, man, because I'm tired of this shit. Let me get through these stats and we'll move on, man, to the preview. It don't make any sense. Pelicans 45 of 94 for 48%. The Bucks were 56 of 92 for 61%. Pelicans from the three-point line, they were 24 of 46. These people were 52%. They hit 24 three-pointers today for 50+%. How do you lose this game? The Bucks were 21 of 47 for 45%. Plus the Pelicans went to the foul line 29 times, hit 23 for 79%. Bucks went there 10 times, hit 8 out of 10. 23 attempts versus 8 on the foul line. It makes. Rebounds, 43-38 Bucks. The assist game, Pelicans lose that 36-32, but they did get some good assists and 30+ assists on the night. They won the steal game 9-5, lost the block game 3-2. Once again, it doesn't matter what the Pelicans. Crazy this is. Hit 50+% on three-pointers, hit 23 foul shots, 30+ assists, almost double digits on your steals. Keep once again hold down and do not turn the ball. They have single-digit turnovers for the night. They had 8 turnovers, giving up 11 points. Almost double that Milwaukee had. 15 turnovers, 17 points. They won the fast break game, 17-10, them being the Pelicans. Lost the points in the paint, 62-38. They held this game. They held this game and held this lead all the way into the third quarter. Lost it to Milwaukee, regained it again. Ultimately should have finished the game, allowed it to get in overtime, and then we got outscored 13-9 in OT. Milwaukee took it from them. They got going. You know, so it's just one of these frustrating situations where you just keep looking at this team shaking your head, man. It's just terrible. Trey Murphy, 44 points in 40 minutes, who's 15 of 28 from the field. This man hit 12 three-pointers tonight. He was 12 of 19 shooting the ball tonight. Went to the foul line twice, 6 rebounds, 6 assists. He did have 4 turnovers with 3 steals plus 3. 22 from Sadiq Bey. He got busy again in 35 minutes, 7 of 13 from the field. Hit 4 three-pointers, perfect from the foul line, 3 rebounds, 2 assists for Sadiq Bey. 20 points from Zion in 38 minutes, 5 of 11 from the Zion. And he got 10 of his points at the foul line, 10 of 12. 8 assists, 5 boards. 2 turnovers, 2 steals for Zion in the effort. Herb Jones at 36 minutes. He was +4, had 7 points, 1 3-pointer, 2 of 6 from the field, a couple of rebounds, assists, and 2 steals for Herb. Derek Queen struggled mightily in this game, 22 minutes. 6 points, 3 of 5 from the field, missed a three-pointer. He couldn't hit a a free throw shot. He was 0 for 3 from the foul line, 3 rebounds, 7 assists for DQ in that lineup. And then, of course, going to the bench, 31 minutes from Eves, he led the bench guys, 7 points, 7 rebounds, and assists from Eves, plus 8. You see 9 points from Jose Alvarado in 17 minutes, a lot better than the previous game, rather. He had 3 3-pointers, 5 rebounds, and assists. 13 from Jeremiah Fears in 20 minutes. He had 3 3-pointers for Jeremiah Fears tonight in the game, 4 of 8 from the field, had 4 assists with two rebounds and a steal. Karlo Mekovic finished with 7 points and 3 rebounds and assists in 15 minutes of action. Peavy got involved tonight, 12 minutes, 2 points. He was 1 of 4, 0 for 3 from downtown, 2 rebounds and a steal, plus 5 for Peavy in the game. Pelicans lose this one in overtime, edged out in overtime, and this is how I get without Giannis, a Giannis-less Buck team, and by all indications, man, Giannis will be traded tomorrow. Man, it's 3 teams. I broke it down on the previous PPR update. Talking about all of the particular trades that, you hear the rumor trades. I want what the trades look like. Went and looked them up, found all of them, displayed them for you guys in that PPR update stream if you hadn't gotten an opportunity. You can take a look at it. We covered all of the draft moves the trades that were made in NBA, man, from Harden and Garland, all kind of stuff. AD got traded, man. So you see a lot of movement by teams happening this trade deadline, and a lot of the insiders are saying it because of a weak free agency and draft period coming up. So they are not the next season around. That's what they're saying. But we'll see, man. They're building and making some power moves at this trade deadline, man. Anyway, 27 from Hollins. Ronald Hollins, we know Hollins been balling for him. We talked about him in the preview breakdown that you had to watch out for Ryan Hollins. He's not a secret anymore. The guy could play. He had 27 points in this game, 4 rebounds, 4 assists, plus 9. He led the way. 20 from A.J. Green, the 2-guard. He hit 6 3-pointers on the Pelicans a couple of times in the face of Pelican players, a couple of times in Trey Murphy's face, running at him, and the guy still knocked the damn shot down. He was lit. 16 from Miles Turner and 9 rebounds. Coffey had 16 points and 5 boards as well. Kyle Kuzma, only 7 points in the game. And then off the bench, you see Larry Nance's brother, Pete Nance, got going in 19 minutes, 16 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. 18 from Kevin Porter Jr. I didn't think he was not even on my injury report. He was supposed to miss this game. He was supposed to come back the very next game. He came back early. Didn't matter. Smoked the Pelicans for 18 points in 29 minutes. Had some play, 6 rebounds, 9 assists. He had 5 steals. He just kept getting steals on the Pelicans. He would have had 20 points. He wouldn't have blown that dunk. Then, of course, you had other players involved too. Gary Trent, 13 points. He hit 3 3-pointers on the Pelicans in 24 minutes of action. Sims finished with 8 points, 6 rebounds off the bench. So as you can see, the bench really helped out and carried the day to help out with the starters, man. And it was a full-out effort. The Bucks came together in the second half and took the game away from the Pelicans that we see. So go ahead, DC. You got it, brother.
Yeah, coming away from this game, man, obviously, shout out to Trey, what he was able to do. Amazing effort on his part. And questionable stuff at the end of the game. I know, we're talking about with Trey, but I thought overall, man, he played fantastic. Career high in points. 12 3-pointers, man. The Steph Curry type numbers right there. And just genuinely showed up tonight. As far as everybody else outside of Sadiq Bey, her defensively showed up. Offensively, you would like a little more. And Zion is going through the motions. I don't know what's going on, man. I wonder if Zion is just he playing bad, hoping he don't get traded or something, bro. He just had like the weirdest, maybe 3 or 4 game stretch I've ever seen from him. But nonetheless, he still did his thing from the free throw line, and hit some clutch free throws. You know what I'm saying? Looking at the team stats though, it's just mind-boggling to me that we scored 137 points. And out of that 137 points, only 38 of them came from the paint. And then we gave Milwaukee 62 points in the paint. It's just so weird, man. The turnovers, obviously, they had 15 turnovers and we only had 8. You just look at so many of these stats. It's like, damn, how did the Pels lose this game? 9 steals. We had 32 assists. Like, I think we turned that into something. 38 rebounds. You allowed your opponent to shoot 61%. Like that's crazy. But it's also crazy that we was 52% from three-point line, man. It hit 23 threes. No, I'm sorry. 24 threes. Crazy, man. We shot 29 free throws and they only shot 10. It's just so many weird stats there, man. This game is just you just had to watch it to understand how they lost. And obviously it was just crumbling in the clutch. We pretty much, I think, controlled the game pretty much the whole game until we got in that fourth quarter and we let them get like a 6 or 8 point lead or something like that. And then we cut that and we got it tied up, man, and just kind of collapsed in the clutch. Even Trey's final attempt in regulation, where he caught the ball and he does like a pirouette and goes, man, when he caught the ball, you going full stride, man, just go up. I know he probably was looking at it like the dude probably gonna foul him. And those last shots, a lot of times the refs don't give you a foul all the time on that. But shit, you never know, man. You 6'9". That's the only thing with Trey that blows me sometimes, man. And I hate to say this because he played phenomenal, like A+ game for Trey. But sometimes it's like I don't think he realizes he's like 6'9" with hops. You don't have to rush much. You don't have to like overdo it. Like, dude, you're going to be able to get your shot up off over everybody. There's no reason for you to catch the ball in stride, and pirouette and all of this trying to you're not 6'4", you 6'9". And the dude who was right there, I think it was Rollins, the point guard from Milwaukee, man, he shouldn't stand a chance with Trey going up. Just go straight up, man. We probably won the game. But nonetheless, he handled his business in every other aspect of the game, so he can make that mistake. But Zion, man, with the fouls at the end of the game, just really weird. Like forcing that offensive foul. I think that was the closeout regulation before Trey had the steal. Well, they pretty much, damn near won the game. Or that might have been right before the 3-point attempt by Turner. That offensive foul by Zion. Just completely unnecessary, man. You go the other game and you shoot like 5 of those mid-range shots. You show us you could do it and you could hit it. In that moment right there, if you're going to take the shot, instead of trying to force your way to the rim, they know you're trying to go to the rim and they've been shutting that off pretty much all game for you. Why not pull up and take the mid-range? Or just, collapse the defense the way you did, kick it somebody else, man. Let them take the shot if you want to do that. But, and I don't know what's going on with Zeke these last couple of games. Maybe it's all the trade stuff, man. He's a little nervous. You got a lot of things saying they mentioned in his name. Keep hearing the Bulls. The Bulls then traded their guys and got some picks. So people keep hinting that they're on the Pelicans line and talking to them about some trade opportunities, really trying to get Zion. There was other rumors that before AD went to the Wizards, which we had a lot of crazy trades, man. It was you had nothing with the whole trade noise, and then it just exploded today. So many trades. But before AD went to the Wizards, they were saying that the Wizards offered the same thing to the Pels. rumors though. I can't verify any of this stuff. Like y'all seeing a lot of the same things. You on Instagram and Twitter and just looking at the social media news. But I wonder how that's messing with his psyche, or if that is, or if he just don't have no confidence. I don't know what it is, man. And the 11 field goal attempts, like, come on, man, Zion, you take 18 attempts to probably win this game. You know, obviously we need a point guard, but nonetheless, I thought Jeremiah Fears, he had one of his most point guard like performances. I'll say that for me, man. Just a lot of judicious decisions. He wasn't trying to go 100 miles an hour with everything. I did like what I saw from him, man. And for a minute, just stale as they were, I was like, man, I wonder what would happen if you tried to give him some of those minutes in the clutch. I don't know if he's ready for that, to be thrown back out there into that, because we took him from that because he wasn't doing so well in those situations. But I thought he looked extremely well today, played poised, played under control. Rookie point guard, so you got to forgive the 2 turnovers. That's always the thing with him. You got to try to continue to work on, man. But I seen him go on the fast break, y'all, and he didn't try to force up the shot. He actually threw the alley to Yves. Like, wow. So that was always my pet peeve with him, man. He had these fast breaks, and it's just these blown opportunities of him trying to score. And you ain't got to score all of them, man. Pass to your teammates sometimes. So he looked like he finally didn't learn that lesson, man. So shout out to Jeremiah Fez. Thought he played well, coming off the bench. And my last thing I would say, Derek Queen, man. So many ups and downs. He just could not do anything today defensively from the center spot, man. He's actually absolutely getting killed out there. Only 3 rebounds. Can't beat him up too much about the rebounds, although he should have more than 3. Yves had 7. He played 31 minutes though. But Milwaukee was making every goddamn thing. They shot 60%. But still, man, he's supposed to have more than 3 rebounds. A lot of people think have come to the conclusion that Queen may be a power forward. You've said this, Q. Me myself, I still think he can make it at center, but it's gonna take a hell of an off season, man. He's got to get stronger, and it just comes down to that. You got to get a grown man body. You got to get stronger, and I think he has to be a lot more aggressive offensively. For some reason, it seems like when he's doing good offensively, his defense seems a lot better, and his ability to rebound. So we got to figure out a way to keep him aggressive, man. But I thought he started off solid, man, and he just faded. This game, man, is just a complete liability to the point where most of the minutes were going to Yves. So we still got a problem with the center position. Still got a problem with the point guard position, man. If we had these 2 things sold up, maybe we could actually be a playoff team like the Pelicans front office believes we are.
Yeah, when we talked about that and about Queen, is that one of the comps was made about Derek Coleman, what he could possibly be. Derek Coleman.
He's nowhere near as athletic as Derek Coleman, though.
No, he's not. But still, in all,
I get it.
his right there you go. His game, he doesn't have any problems. He's very comfortable taking 3-point shots. He's hitting them. He has a mid-range shot that he comfortably pulls up and takes. Has good form and the confidence to shoot the shot. He has a bevy of moves that can get around bigs to get to the basket. You're right. He got some business to work on. But yeah, that's a part of Derek Coleman's game. Remember, Derek Coleman was a 4 that at times they used him at 5 for New Jersey, but New Jersey had their own city. Had been what's his name, Benoit. They had the big center there, and Coleman would play at the 4 position. He would hit threes. He would facilitate, throw the ball. He even bring the ball up. So it was a good comp Shout out to Stacy for throwing that out there because a lot of people kind of, our basketball people lost sight of who Derek Coleman was and how phenomenal him and Kenny Anderson was for the early New Jersey teams. Before Petrovic got, he got harmed in that car accident. They had quite a little squad going on over there. But in times we hope that he can develop into that sort of player and be a that type of player for us. But ultimately, we have a lot of time to work on his development here, man. And like I said, the next coach will have a lot of opportunity to be able to figure out a role for him. I just don't have any confidence in this current staff to do anything with any of these young players. We still have that reputation of not developing these players the way we need to. Anyway, let's jump into the preview. The Pelicans' next matchup is against the T-Wolves, man. Of course, we had a couple of teams. I think they're on a 3-game slide. The Pelicans are currently on a 3-game losing streak. We've lost 3 games in a row to this club, to the Minnesota team. I don't know what to say about about the Pelicans. All these people are healthy now. Minnesota is one of the teams that's competing to get Giannis. They're really serious about trying to obtain Giannis tomorrow, the trade deadline. So a lot of the trades that's happening with whether it's Miami, Golden State, and Golden State's going all the way out. Matter of fact, they also made a trade. They might be out of the stakes being that they did move Kuminga. They sent Kuminga. This is a recent trade that just happened not too long ago where Golden State packaged Jonathan Kuminga and Buddy Hield. Buddy Hield and sent him to the mine in Atlanta for Kristaps Porzingis. So they ended up picking him. They also traded.
What?
Yep.
Wow.
Kuminga.
Man, every player that you could have possibly thought that people were talking about getting traded, it seemed like they got traded to DQ.
I know this
That's
is
for the guys on our team.
Right. So it crazy work. But yeah, that was a recent trade. And
we need to get on this and get something done, man. We almost got to do a trade just to be in on it, man. I feel like I'm left out of the party or something, bro.
Well, we'll see what they do tomorrow.
Joe in the Hawkins or something. Just do something.
Right. So anyway, Minnesota's trying to make that next leap, having a generational talent like Giannis there. Almost it just flips the script for your team. So Golden State, maybe they're out of it, being that they moved Kuminga because Kuminga, I know they got Draymond in the mix. Kuminga was supposed to be in the mix as well. We'll see what happens tomorrow. But Minnesota's in that thing. LA is a long shot. Miami's supposed to be in that. So there's several teams trying to compete for his services. But so we'll see how that shapes.
He put some shit with the Milwaukee Bucks on his Instagram profile. I don't know what that means.
Well, we'll see.
They didn't pull off the Kuminga trade. They didn't let it go public that they willing to trade Draymond. I don't know, man. Maybe Giannis is going to the Warriors.
We'll see, bro. We'll see because they took the center. What's his name? Davis, the Tracy Davis. What's the center that they have out there?
That's the Warriors center, Tracy Davis.
Yeah, the guy that's Dale Davis's son. They packaged him and traded him as well for a 2nd-round pick. I think they sent him to the Toronto Raptors. Y'all chime in the chat. Let me know if that's right because I think I seen an alert. I got an alert about
Sabonis, that. Huh? They was trying to get Sabonis.
Yeah. Tracy Jackson Davis, they sent them to Toronto for a 2026 2nd-round pick, and there you go. So they cleared them out so they get Porzingis there as well. So we'll see what they got going on. So there's a lot of jostling, man, a lot of crazy moves being made. That James Harden to Cleveland for Darius Garland, that was a shocker to me to see that happen. The Jared Jackson Jr. trade was crazy work. To see that happening, and AD gets traded to Washington. We know that they was trying to pair AD and Trey Young together, along with the talent they got, Sarr and these other guys out here trying to speed up the growth period for the Washington team. They're trying to get competitive again. But anyway, back to the Minnesota matchup.
It's good names. You got to see how it play out.
Yeah, you got to see how it plays. You got to get the good coaches to get these guys on the same page. But anyway. On to this matchup, man. The Pelicans have a very difficult matchup against the Minnesota Timberwolves. This team is 32-20. They're 17-8 at home, very good at home. Pelicans are not good on the road, 5-21 of the 13 games, 5 with 1 on the road. They're 13-40. They're currently on a 3-game losing streak. All of the road games have been losses for the Pelicans. Philadelphia's a loss, Charlotte was a loss, Milwaukee's a loss in OT. They are 1-4 over the last 5 games. The Timberwolves are 4-1 over the last 5 games, and they are going to welcome the Pels on in. This will be a Friday matchup. Minnesota currently leads the regular season matchup 2-0 against the Pelicans. They still have 2 games left. Game 3 will be Friday, and Game 4 will be April the 12th, where we go back up to Minnesota and take them on. So the next games will be both Minnesota games. Like I said, they lead that series 2-1. Everybody's healthy except for Terrence Shannon Jr. He has a foot issue, supposed to be coming back for the 6th. So we'll see how that works moving forward. And of course, by the time we see this team, the trade deadline will be past that. We'll know what moves the Pelicans need to make in this one, man. So anyway, let's get into the individuals. You can see a lot of really good stats right here by the Minnesota team. They're 4th in the NBA in averaging points per game, 19.5. Pelicans are 114 flat. You can see the top 4th ranking in field goal percentage is shooting over 48% from the field. That's 4th in the league. Pelicans at 25th in that stat. Opposition field goal, attempts. You can see them right there at 7th. They're top 10 in 3 points made, made 3-point shots, 14 a game. Pelicans less than 11. At 29th, they're 12th in 3-point attempts at 38 per game. They're 4th in 3-point percentage. They're 6th in free throw attempts. Percentage-wise, they're 28, so they get a lot of attempts. They just, their percentages are not all that good. They're not hitting it. Pelicans are 11th in attempts and 16 in percentages. They improved there. They're 29th in 3-point percentage, the Pelicans numbers there. The rebound in top 12, 45 rebounds a game by Minnesota. Pelicans are under 44. That's 15th for them. The Wolves are also 12th in the NBA in assists. Pelicans are 27th. The turnovers, you can see right there, middle of the pack. Pelicans have been suppressing the turnovers. It's just not turning over into wins. We like tonight was 8 turnovers. The previous game was like 9 or so. They've been keeping the turnovers down, but it's not translating into wins, and it usually supposed to. It usually does. You keep your turnovers down, you go to the foul line, you hit, it's supposed to mean victories. Whatever reason, New Orleans is creating all of these situations where we just flipping the table on traditional stats. They're top 6 in NBA in blocks. The Pelicans are 17th. They're 11 in steals. And Pelicans are 7th. So you can see right there some positives here or there. Like I said, this team has a 3-game winning streak on us. So there you go. So we'll see how it all works. But in the end, man, DC, this is going to be interesting. This going to be tough. I'm just going to come right out and tell you, man, I think this is a loss for the Pelicans. I mean, I feel like the Milwaukee. This is going to be a loss for the Pelicans in my book. I don't think they win any. Matter of fact, let me see. Is this the last road game they get before they come home? I think it is. This was a terrible road series by the Pelicans. This is the last of the road games. February, the 6th Friday matchup against Minnesota. Just horrible, and then they come home for a stretch of 5 games starting on Monday, February the 9th, Sacramento. Then there's Miami, then there's Milwaukee again, then it's Philly again, and then G-State on the 24th. For Carnival season, we'll have that 5-game stretch here after a horrible, miserable, trifling away stretch. So go ahead, bro. What you think happens here?
This to me reminds me of the Charlotte game, man. Although, Minnesota's a lot better team with a way more dynamic player in Anthony Edwards. But like the 3-pointer, man, the 3-point shooting, you know what I'm saying? You got another team that's scrappy too. We got to win the turnover battles and rebounding. Rebounding is probably going to be an issue against them. So if we can not get murdered from the 3-point line, we can get some rebounds. I think that probably puts us in a good position to be able to at least compete to the end of the game and get a win from them. But the way the Pels are, man, it's so they're so weird. Like they went out, shot 52% from three tonight, largely because of what Trey did, right? Then we probably go out on Friday and shoot like 24% or some shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't
Yeah,
I
no
don't see
carryover.
they don't. And then the
No
way
carryover.
the way they finished this game and they kind of beat themselves in my opinion against Milwaukee. I don't think that's a great build up to carry that to Friday. And then you got your coach in the press conference talking about how happy he is of the guys. He didn't say proud. He said happy instead of proud. What word did he use exactly? Was it happy?
I heard him say
He said
uh,
proud.
he he said proud several times during the
Oh, proud.
broadcast.
Okay, so yeah,
He even had
he
mentioned that
would. Yeah,
he'll take certain things, but that's what I heard.
I mean, it's a double overtime game, and sometimes coaches feel, like they played their hearts out and all that in double overtime. But I don't know. Looking at it to me, it's like, man, it's just y'all made it double overtime. Like you shouldn't even went that far. But it is what it is. So going into Minnesota, man, we have absolutely no answer for Anthony Edwards. Our perimeter defense is the most retarded. Like we watching tonight, you saw Rollins, man. Rollins was getting to the goal at will on us, man. I don't know what they call themselves trying to do with these switches, man, and I know they're mixing a little zone here and there, but like that shit just ain't working. We can't stop the ball. It be times where we just can't stop the ball. Like it's crazy. It's like our defense has no resistance. That's right, young Illuminati, no ball pressure ever. And against Anthony Edwards, shit, Ant might have a game like Trey had. Just out there getting whatever he want. We're gonna let him get in the rhythm. I'm sure they're gonna probably double him and blitz him and stuff sometimes, but shit, that boy used to that. We don't do well against perimeter guys, man, especially ones aggressive like Anthony Edwards. So we might as well just go ahead and buckle our seatbelts, man. Maybe he can have an off night and we can get a dub. Maybe the Pels pull off a trade and or the pressure from the trade deadline. I don't know if the players are experiencing that. Something was just weird about them tonight. So we'll see what happens, man. But I definitely wouldn't cross my fingers. I wouldn't bet no money. I wouldn't even tell nobody. None of my friends. I thought the Pels was gonna win this game because it's more than likely gonna be a loss. Like I could see an avenue in where they could get a win. I'm not confident in the Pelicans to be able to pull it off.
Nah, I'm gonna have to agree, man. This is they're gonna lose all four of these road games and then come home uh, and possibly lose that one too. I mean, this team has to find a way um, to reverse this, and I don't think this coach is competent. I don't think he's competent enough to do that. I mean, I would listen. There's certain things you can be happy for that you can kind of keep to yourself, but getting up here and saying all this stuff and being proud for things that they didn't do enough of, and being proud in half-ass efforts is not a winning formula for any team. You got to get up there and you got to hold your team feet to the fire. You have to. You know what? I don't know what film they studying, but a lot of this stuff they are doing some positive things, but it's not translating to success. Like they're doing better at the foul line. That's something we talked about for years. The team always being a 70 something odd percent, a 74, 73% free throw shooting team. They're actually over the last month some change. They're actually doing a lot better job at the foul line, especially Zion. Zion usually is a guy that gets hacked, goes to the foul line, goes 1 for 2. He's improved that over the last couple of months since he's been healthy. He's played what, like 30 something straight games, and That's something there, but it's still not enough. Like they even kept their turnovers down, hitting free throws, keeping the turnovers down. They hit a high clip on the 3-pointers tonight. Still did not translate to wins. Why? Because the defense is shitty. You can't let those guys walk to the cup like that. We seen Rollins. Who they think Rollins was? The reincarnation of Anthony Miller, Andre Miller, or somebody. I mean, who the hell they think that? I mean, they just wasn't. They weren't doing enough to stop the ball. Guys just go right and attack them. And then Borrego just sits up there with his arms folded. And I'm like, man, then, over these games you start seeing, I'm like, this guy is nothing but Willie Green. I just start seeing nothing. He ain't used to sound like that, but all of a sudden, as shit compounds, man, listen, y'all know, man, listen to this dude's press conference. It used to be intelligent breaking down of games, talking about what they needed to do and how they needed to do it. Come on, be honest with me. Y'all heard it. Like, yeah, he breaking out. He telling you it's really intelligent breakdowns. They was asking the questions. Now, what does he sound like? All that intelligent breaking down of the game and what they need to do intelligently in coach speak is disappeared. It's all about congratulating them in losses and all this kind of stuff. He literally turned into a Spanish Willie Green before your eyes. This dude is I mean, his talking points, all of this stuff is deteriorated to him just giving accolades and losing efforts and uplifting this team, and none of that is translating into wins. It's not translating into wins. So I don't understand why he keeps doing it. I guess he's stuck with it.
That's his default, man. He watched Willie Green do it, and he helped game plan him to do that shit for so long. And I'm thinking at this point, man, let's maybe give him a little credit. Maybe Willie Green stole all this shit from him, like I've been telling you.
Bro, you might have something on it because all that. I remember this dude was talking and breaking the game about what they need to do, how they need to do it, almost kind of taking you into the film room and telling you this is what we're doing wrong, this type of thing. Listen to how the press conferences have been over the last several games. He's saying he's starting to regurgitate the same talking points. He's starting to say the same stuff. And he's congratulating them and saying he's proud of them in losses. And it's just what happened to knocking on concrete and all this bull crap. All that is going to the wayside. This man doesn't have a clue what he's doing with this team, and even if he's smart enough to know the game, he doesn't have the charisma or the presence to be able to command them in a way where they'll respect what he's saying. He doesn't have the charisma. He doesn't have the resume. He's just another guy standing up there drawing up plays. That other coaches just use him as just beat up on him. He's just like a prize fighter that is a part-time prize fighter, but drive the cab full time. He's a soup can. People just all the other teams just beat up on him.
I thought you was he was a pinata full time.
Yeah, it's the same damn thing. Let's go there. He's a pinata. Everybody beats up on Borrego. What does Borrego stand for? Pinata? I mean, they just. But he's just a punching bag.
And all these other people
He's a Spanish. Well, it is because he earned it too. Sitting up here congratulating players and losing efforts, and then there's no carryover of enough positive things to translate into wins. And as long as you're not holding people accountable, you're not going to fix the problem. No, that's been the problem with the Pelicans for the longest.
Is it against team policy for people to get mad? Is that like not allowed?
Of course,
we always happy.
They get paid, DC.
Happy and proud of everybody, and everybody's doing a good job when they fucking horrible.
Yeah, but how are you? This guy, I just want to ask him, hey man, why are you so happy and proud? Don't you realize that your team just earned their 40th loss of the season? You're sitting up here 13-40. You're sitting up here 13-4. You, like I said, I'm gonna say it again. He, as a interim coach, is 11-28. As an interim coach, 11-28 since he took over the team in mid-November. So it's just that kind of coaching is shown to be not effective here. We need discipline. You need somebody that's gonna command the team, develop the discipline. Free-flowing offenses and all that stuff don't buy you nothing because guys get carried away, like Trey did. Trey got carried away. He had to settle him down. And, hey, man, listen, we didn't need a three-pointer. I'm saying in that moment, we could have took possession of the game with smarter play. And they gave you opportunities to, we just didn't seize the day. We allowed them to go into overtime. And then once it got in overtime, Milwaukee just ran right through them. So I mean, it's just the intelligence of it, because you have the talent. It's just getting these guys to play in a non-chaotic freestyling way, right? You create the defense, have roles, have priority, have hierarchy. Like, this is a guy, this is our best player. We're going to play through him. This is the second option. This is the third option. People build their offenses like that. Have structure. We don't have structure. We don't have guys. We don't teach guys roles. Like, there should be guys on this team that main job is the offensive rebound. How we have shooters jacking up shot and nobody under the rim? How that work? How's that work? So you living off one shot?
Under the rim if they make it.
I'm saying, how are we living off of one shot, and if we don't miss the one shot, we getting back in transition? Why is it not an offensive rebounder there? Like most teams, you can a guy to clean up the offensive boards and not just count on one shot. If we hit this one shot, then we good. Then all this kind of foolishness. Just traditional, commonsensical basketball. These guys supposed to be studying film. They're getting paid a lot of money to fail. So in the end, Joe Dumars is like, damn, man, I did everything I can. I made a trade. I got Sadiq Bey in here. If you know how to use Poole, you can get 17 to 20 points a game out of him. If you know how to use him. He's not a bum ass player. Golden State knew how to use him. Washington in the second year, he was all right in the first year until he figured it out. But in the second year, Washington, he was there as a top option. He was going off. Good enough for the Pelicans to make a trade for him to get him from over there and bring him here. The guy is a bucket, 17 to 20 points a game. But some kind of way, our dumb coaches can't get him going in the game. We can't some kind of figure out a way to get him in the game. We can't figure out how to get him steady minutes. That's not on him. That's on our dumbass coach, who doesn't have any situated roles for none of these players. He don't know what lineups he's going to go with. He doesn't have a steady five off the bench. He still don't know what he's doing. And that's what I'm saying. When you got people like this that have all of this talent, you cannot blame injuries. You can't say Zion's not there, Jordan Poole, and all these kind of people are not there. And then, of course, we want to get Joe Dumars to come along and say, man, we got to trade these guys out. We just got the guy here. Maybe we need to trade the damn coach and find somebody that can coach, that can take these players and make them win, that can give them a system that they can fit in, like most good coaches do. When they come out of college, there's a system. Each player has a role. They have a priority to each player. This is my player. I'm going to play through him. Then it's you. Then it's you. Or we circulate the ball. They don't do that well. So at the end of the day, like I said, it's a bunch of stuff that systematically is wrong with the Pelicans. They keep using that dumb switch-all system, and they're too stupid to run that system because guys keep switching into dumb matchups. You don't switch when the matchup doesn't benefit you. I'm not going to leave it to the player to think about that anymore. All I'm going to do is just tell you, man up. And if I won't play zone, I play zone. If I'm a play man, you're going to have to run up. You're going to have to run over that damn screen and go and chase that man around. Because they just not intelligent enough to run the switch-all mentality. They're not. So stop switching it. The switch-all is stupid. It's dumb. It's crazy. It just don't work. Stop doing it. These people keep doing stuff that it keeps failing. Then we run around we sit up here at 13 and 40 something. Keep doing stuff that doesn't work. Stop doing the switch-all because you don't know when to do it and when not to do it. How many times you see people, a point guard switching with a center? That's a mismatch. You're not supposed to switch it. And then, of course, put some more onus on players. Like with Zion in the game, instead of him trying to run through walls and jump over 7-footers, like, man, put this fucking guy in practice and force him to take jump shots. Like, for real. Like, I can't fathom how I got Trey Murphy, man, one of the league's premier shooters. The man hit 12 3-pointers tonight. And that's my teammate. And I'm sitting up here, don't know how to take a fucking mid-range shot. Seriously? I don't take threes. And Trey Murphy is over there. I can't pick his mind and say, hey, Trey, listen, let me work with you on here to get my shooting together. But the rookie got a mid-range shot. Queen got a mid-range shot. Queen take 3-pointers. I'm telling you, for us to really go to the next level, you got to unlock this guy because this guy is not going to do it by himself. He's lazy. He don't move his fucking feet when he's supposed to guard people. He reach too much. He ain't gonna unlock himself. You got to have somebody that's disciplined enough to force him to be unlocked so you can, if he's going to be your best player you play through. If you're not going to unlock him, then get him on up out of here because he don't do us no good. We got to be able to have these players unlocked. If you're going to pay him $39-40 million or this other guy all this kind of money, we got to find the proper role. We got to command these guys to be better than what they are. That's the bottom line. If we're going to win. If not, then get used to having 13 and 40 seasons, man. I'm going to say it again, then I'm about to get the hell up off here and get me some sleep. The bottom line is this. Joe Dumars is not going to make record-breaking trades for the Pelicans at this point because he realized, like we realized, that the problem with the Pelicans isn't talent. It's coaching. Mm-hmm. These coaches are dumb, man. No disrespect to Borrego, but Borrego is better than Willie Green, and Willie Green shouldn't have had the job in the first place. This was a dumb dude that was before he picked that guy to be that cheap-ass coach. But at the end of the day, Borrego is here because of Gail Benson. Benson did not want to let Joe fire Willie, and we would have had a new staff in here already, and have been at least half the year into another regime. Instead, she forced them to keep it. That messed up this entire season. Now we stuck with this dude who was a Spanish version of Willie Green. It's just ridiculous, man. He know how to teach them offense, but now they can't play defense. So I am sick of this, man. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of seeing this trash basketball, man. I'm tired of this. So don't expect Joe Dumars. What are you gonna do? Come up? What are you gonna do? Get out there and put a jersey on and try to shoot 3-pointers and play defense? He can see the shit. He can see what we see. I'm telling y'all, it's not the players. It's these coaches. The coaches don't know what they're doing, man. They're not challenging these people. And the players don't respect these coaches. They don't respect them because they ain't nothing. None of these. Who are these guys you got to have a good name that's known for doing anything? None of these guys. They're just collecting a check. They're not doing anything, man. They're not pressing these players to win. They're not challenging them to be better than what they need to be. You see these guys still smiling and dapping off, and they 13 wins. You're supposed to be pissed off. Where the upsetness and anxiety at? I'll tell you where it is with me, is with DC, is with you. The only people upset here is us watching this foolishness every night. 13 and 40, and they got this idiot up here telling them, "Yeah, I'll take that. This good team here. Hey, listen, it's a good effort. I'm proud of the team. I'm proud of how they played tonight," and they lost the game. Said a similar thing in the previous game against Charlotte when they were up by 22 and lost the game in the second half and scored 31 total points in 2 quarters. But you still proud of that effort? This is bum loser talk, man. Ain't no coach that's a respectable coach gonna be sit up here giving out accolades and saying he proud of a team and they on a 3-game losing streak on games that they should have won. And you got access to your whole staff. All the players, Zion, all these guys are here. You can't get them to win consistently? It ain't the players, man. It's these bum coaches, man. We got to clear these guys out of here. Then we'll start seeing some stuff happen. Boy, I tell you, these Pelican people, man. Anyway, DC, last words. Let me get on up out of here, man. What you got?
I ain't got nothing, bro. You covered it all, boy.
Sick of these dogs,
you took
man.
all the meat off the bone. You didn't drop the whole sermon, man. Look, y'all put some money in the collection plate. We'll be back here Friday. Go ahead and give them the acknowledgement of benediction and tell them what they're serving in the back.
Nah, I'm done giving any of that stuff. I'm done with that, bro. I'm tired of these people, man, because this didn't make any sense. None of this make any sense. And
it's one big long out, DC.
What you gonna do? Trade people out to get rid of Poole, a 17-point score, 20-point score potentially for you, to get a guy to get in here and do what for you? The coach,
Poole obviously he didn't had a falling out with Borrego, I think, and they just can't make that shit work. I'm pretty sure there was some type of altercation.
Yeah, but how? But let me ask you this. I thought he was the point guard whisperer. That's what you said. I thought he was the point guard whisperer.
I mean, he had Devontae Graham up there for most improved player, bro. I figured if he could do it with that bum, he might be able to do something, bro. But apparently I was wrong. He ain't no point guard whisperer, but Jamal Ferris actually looked pretty good, so maybe he can do something, with him. Jose still looked like Jose. He played solid tonight, but man, I don't know what to make of this whole situation. I'm tired of the press conferences where everybody's happy about losing, all the praise and accolades for fucking losing. I don't understand it. You just would like to see more energy, effort. What happened to the with the violence and all that shit? Like it's no more aggression in him. So I don't know, man. Maybe he lost the players that fast. So
Well, losing to do that to you, my boy.
yeah. Well,
Losing to
I'm
do that
just
to you.
waiting to see what tomorrow. What was the trade deadline? Is over at 3, 4 o'clock. I'm just waiting to see what happens there, man. We got to do something. It's not like it's gonna be, I guess, a huge impact for this season, but I just be curious to know what their plans are and how do they feel about things going forward? Because somebody like Yves Missi could still very well be on the market. Um, didn't we bring up Hunter Dickinson? I saw something about us bringing up Hunter Dickinson from the practice squad, right?
I thought he was hurt.
He was hurt.
I thought I seen a designation where he had some type of issue. I know they were trying. They liked Bryce McGowan's. They were talking about opening up a spot for Bryce McGowan's.
Yeah, they
But
probably gonna have to give him a spot. But I mean, we got to get some people out of here before you can do that. You
well,
got to
I
get
mean,
Jordan Poole up out of here,
yeah.
or Jose or something.
Well, there's
So
three people they got listed in that DC. They've been holding
you
on
heard
about
my
the trade.
plan. I thought it would have been smart to just go ahead and find a way to just bring Chris Paul here, let him do his farewell tour, let
I
him
don't think
help
he wants to come here.
Jeremiah Fish. I mean, he do he want to play this year? Nobody don't
I,
want him.
I think he wants to play, but I don't think he wants to play for a team that's at the bottom of the Western Conference. I mean, he
I
wants to
mean,
compete and have a
that's the
chance.
team you started with because you being ushered out of the league, playboy.
Right, but that ain't where you want to finish at. I mean, you want
Yeah,
to
shit.
have a
Nobody ain't
competitive
gonna pick
team.
him up next year. It's here or the Clippers, and the Clippers done already clipped you. So
And
if
Toronto
you
told him
want,
that you don't have to report. They're gonna try to find a spot for him.
they treated
So
that boy like we still in COVID. They told him you can work from home. I
right,
ain't never
they
I ain't
told him
never see
don't
the
he
NBA player say he
it
can work from
told him
home.
he don't have to report, and that they'll find another trade partner for him. So we'll see who it is. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's wild. That's wild there,
That's
man.
crazy, man. So you know, or we need to get to me a veteran point guard, another big man. However you go about doing that. If we can't get none of that, give me some draft picks, even if it's just some seconds. We have no second round picks still for a while, right? We
Hmm.
got like 3 more years where we don't have any second round picks.
I think that's the Jose Alvarado card that they want to play and see if they can get picks for him. But like I said, that
And
those players, that's what they're looking at. I mean, Jose Alvarado says he wants to be here. He has that player option for the upcoming year. Uh, you know,
man,
sec couple
Jose
second
could be
round picks for
doing
Jose.
he could be doing what's smart for him, man. And he doing all of that because he want to test the free agent market, man. Who knows?
Right.
They got a deal in place. So like, are we gonna play Jose? I understand he won't be here, but it seems like everybody won't be here, right? We're
Yeah,
a
they want
losing ass team. Why everybody won't be here?
because they're getting paid too, and they don't have
Man,
they
they can
don't get
just
the
do
pressure.
whatever the fuck they want.
They get to do whatever they want. They don't have a pressure, but they don't
Right.
understand that
Man,
coming
good
up next year, all
organizations,
this
you
gonna
can't keep
change.
everybody who won't be here. You got to keep
Right.
the players you need to keep. Which I think a lot of these co-players, I know people are upset we're not tearing it down, which I never understood. And then once I saw Trey Young go for a bag of peanuts, I was like, yeah, I really don't want
CJ
to let
McCollum's a bag of peanuts.
pretty much. I don't want
Okay.
I don't want to let anybody go that's significant right now, man. You might want if you do want to get off these guys, and let's say we were blowing it up, it would be smart to do that, during the off season. Unless you're Memphis. Memphis to me, as far as a team that was selling,
Wow.
is the only team that walked away, looking like, yeah, I would like to beat him. Everybody else, it's like what? AD went for what? Well, I get it, he injury prone and shit, but they traded Luca for him and he went for what? So basically Luca got you what, 2 first-round picks in 3 seconds or something? Like, really? That ain't even a better package than Jared Jackson Jr.
Mm-hmm.
So it's man, looking at this market, I wouldn't have wanted to start a rebuild. And then we don't own our pick. Like, I understand people, well, it can't get any worse. I actually think the Pels will get better going into the end of the season because, like I say, you're going to have a lot of teams that really ain't worrying about winning, you know, which is still ironic because we could say the same thing about Milwaukee tonight, right? But still, tearing this team apart right now, it don't make no sense. Now, if they go through the off season and we still don't address center, we still don't get some type of additional point guard. I understand Jose wants to stay, but unless you about to send Jeremiah Fair to Magic Johnson school or something, I don't know, man. I think we still need a point guard. I think he's probably it might take him a few years to turn into the type of point guard you need him to be that can run a team. But I definitely think as the year goes on and even next year, man, he'll just get better and better as a scorer. You've seen it tonight, man. I like the young fella, man. I think he got a bright future. But as of right now, because it looked like the Pelicans are choosing to be contenders, we need to get the necessary pieces to contend. Can you imagine this team? Although I know it's a lot of money, but just from a basketball standpoint, if we had like Mike Conley, you think we would have lost this game? Just somebody who makes smart basketball plays at the end of games and knows what to do, regardless of whatever the bullshit the coach talking about.
Well, I'll give you that.
That's contagious, man. That's contagious, and that goes throughout the whole team.
Right. I'll give you that. Mike Conley is the intelligent player. He right. Settles everybody down and keeps people in roles where they're comfortable.
He's just sitting over there at the Bulls, and they ain't about to do nothing with him. They trying to lose.
Nah, I think he got traded again.
Oh damn, the Bulls! I can't. Now I gotta go look at a list of these trades, man. It must have been about 30 people got traded today.
Conley got traded again, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on, let me see if I can find that because he got moved again. Yeah, he got moved again, man. Conley got moved again. Hold on, let me see if I can find that.
But nonetheless, man, with the Pels, so don't be all.
Recently, Gershon Yubusele just got traded that's the backup power forward big for the New York Knicks. They sent them to Chicago for their reserve, Dallin Terry. Let me see. Who else?
Yeah, because they was trying to give us that bum for Jose Alvarado, man.
Right.
The Pels didn't want to take him.
Nah, Tyus Jones got traded to
Charlotte. What Tyus Jones went? He went to Charlotte?
To Charlotte for 2 second round. He and 2 second round picks went with him in Orlando. Got cash consideration, so they got cash for picks.
Charlotte actually got better, man, because they got they got Colin Sexton. They moved him and got Kobe White and Tyrus Jones, and then they got second round picks.
Your boy, the mind been operating in Atlanta. He got he traded to get Jock Londale from Utah.
That's a smart trade. Londale is I think he's a good rotational big, man.
Yeah, he played.
I would have liked to have him on this team.
For real. Yeah,
they just got him for cash consideration. That's all we had to do.
That's what they did, and yeah, Charlotte sent Conley. I mean, Chicago sent Conley and Kobe White to Charlotte.
Man, I don't know. We got to be doing something, bro. It's too much stuff just being given away for us not to get anything.
Jared McCain got sent to OKC.
And I guess Philly got tired of all them TikTok dances, huh?
Yeah, well, you think he'd be right at home with SGA and OKC?
Yeah. You gonna have all of them wearing matching fingernail polish over there, man. I think that'll work.
Damn.
I think it's gonna work. Actually, I think we're gonna look back at that and be like, damn, man. Philly got played.
How but Darius Garland ends up with the Clippers. James Harden with Cavs.
Good for him. Bad for them. I don't know. I don't think that shit gonna work. You got
Your
James
boy,
Harden and Donovan Mitchell in the same backfield.
they
That's like,
saying
no, he
they
could have
saying
just kept
Donovan.
Darius Garland for all that.
They saying Mitchell was the one that was urging them to make a move. He felt
They
like they
better
needed
hurry
to
up
get
and get
better.
him to sign a contract right now. Since he did. When you see how that shit turned out, I don't know if
Yeah.
you're gonna be happy. Or maybe they could figure it out because James Harden is a good player. Mitch is. I don't see how their games complement each other. They both need the ball. So I don't. It's like the same shit they was running into with the guy that they got rid of. Like, ain't that why you was getting rid of Darius Garland?
I
So
don't
you
know
got
about
10 years older to still have fit
it.
issues. Like
It was
I don't get it.
they wanted a move that would they felt catapulted them into the
You feel like that
top 2 or 3.
catapulted to the top?
I'm not certain yet. Even though I like Harden 3-point shooting ability,
I mean,
defensively he's wanting.
Garland theoretically was probably the same or better, but I mean, he
Yeah, but
always get
something was
hurt.
going.
So.
Yeah, but something was. Yeah, that's the point. And but to go with James Harden as the guy, he'll be the facilitator. He'll be the 3-point shooter. He would remember he can assist. He assists
Now,
well.
I
He's
could tell
smart.
you, I'm glad you said that because I could tell you who is going to benefit. I think Evan Mobley and Jared Allen are probably going to look a lot better with James Harden because he always, make his big men, look good, bro. So I think their games will probably improve tremendously because of that offensively.
What's your boy from Chicago, the center, Vucevic?
Vucevic.
Vucevic
Yeah, where
is
he
in
went?
Boston.
Oh man,
I like that.
that's a
I
smart
actually like
move.
that. I actually like Vucevic in
Oh
Boston.
man, that's a smart
They
move.
gave up Simons to get him.
I mean,
So
they don't need him. They got Pritchard. They got Jalen Brown's playing out his mind. I think Jason Tatum's gonna be coming back. Vucevic is like, man, he could do
that's a
the
good
same
pickup.
shit that they was getting out of Porzingis for them, but it's like with
But
none
more
of the health
consistently.
implications.
Exactly. Yep.
Oh
Good
man,
good
he probably
passing
gonna get
big.
a
Good
second
scope.
contract and everything. He probably gonna retire with them, man, because
Yeah.
I think that's gonna work out well. The only problem would be defense. I don't like defensively.
I don't
Is
know.
his
They'll
is
cover
his
that up though.
liabilities defensively overblown? It's just more of a fit
Uh,
issue to you.
well, I
I ain't
mean,
expecting him to guard
he's
nobody on the perimeter, but I
right.
mean,
He
just
ain't
as
no
big.
yeah. He ain't no defensive stalwart, but he's decent at what at what he does. But I think him as a scoring big and facilitating big is big for Boston. Getting him there, that what he averaging like 19 and 7 or something like that a game. So getting his production there, that'll be big for them, man. So
I
yeah,
think he was just averaging that because like he ain't care
17 and 9 and
he
shooting
looked
fifty
like he
percent
was
from the
stressed
field.
out over there and with the Bulls, man, all that
Well,
damn
they've been
losing.
trying to trade that man for the last 3 to 4 years, man. You know that.
Man,
So yeah, they
that's
got quite a
crazy,
few
man. We had
things
some
going on.
unreal trades. What about the Wizards? You think the Wizards gonna be for real?
If they can stay healthy, DC,
Trey
that's a
Young
massive
and
gamble.
AD.
They got to stay healthy, bro.
I don't think it's that big of a gamble for them for what they gave
And,
up. They didn't really give
but
up a lot.
but the thing is too, they got all these picks. The thing was really interesting is because you have all that young talent there. So you got Sar, who's a
What you
very
trying
good
to say?
big.
Conley went to the Hornets? Somebody, I think that's what
Yeah,
you're trying to say, Conley.
yeah. I
Oh
just told you
man.
that.
Oh, I thought you said so it wasn't the
Conley
boy.
and Kobe White,
Both of
both of them ended up in Charlotte.
them? Man, what the Hornets do?
Yep, they gave him up. So they gave because
Man, they
what
got a
the
whole
trade
starting
the
five on
trade
the Giannis.
was they sent Colin Saxton and Dieng the Ford. They gave up three
Yeah, they
second
wasn't
round
even playing
picks.
him.
Right. They gave up Colin Saxton, Dieng, and 3 second round picks for Conley, Kobe White, and a second round pick, 2029 second round pick. And OKC helped facilitate the deal in which they received Mason Plumlee and they just simply waived him. So
Guess we're
yeah,
gonna
so
hitch our
Conley
wagon to
ends up in.
DeJounte Murray. He gonna come back and stay.
Well, I mean, I mean, any bit of help, but he does something that most people don't do. I mean, he'll be the point guard to kind of settle things down. And like I said, I don't know where his mind's at, or what he's gonna do, and what time he's gonna be there. But I mean, the Pelicans need help, man. They need somebody to kind of argue and fuss at Borrego and challenge this weak ass bull crap coaching style that he has because we
Thought that's
running
what
out
the
of
GM
time.
was supposed to do.
That's who.
Thought that's what the GM was supposed to do.
Well, all I can say is, like I was telling you before, Dumas can only do what he can do. He made trades to try to improve the team on the floor. He wasn't allowed to get rid of the coach and bring his own coaching staff in. And Gail Benson did him like she did Griffin when he came here the first year. She forced him to keep the coach. She did that same thing with Elvin Gentry. She did it with Willie Green. Then lied about it. So I mean, it's just the funk and the stank of having people that don't know what they're doing, and these petulant owners, these privileged owners, not knowing what to do and want to pretend to step in the way of people trying to win, and that's the problem. So we get this staff out, we could finally do something we haven't seen in the last 4 odd years or so. That's have a completely different coaching staff than what we have now. That's what we really need. That's the aspect of the team that we got to get rid of. We got to clear these garbage coaches out of here, man. We got to get their asses out of here. They got to go because regardless of what type of player we get, I mean, we're not going to use them correctly because this guy he doesn't have what it takes to command them. He's just a backup coach. He's not going to get this team anywhere. I mean, you want him to be competitive. I mean, I asked the man to be competitive and win games. I mean, you're going to lose some games, but as long as you are competitive and you're learning from your mistakes, you should win more than you lose if you keeping it real and you're staying on code. That's how it goes. But we can't do it. This man can't get these guys to do anything consistently. We just a soup can and a punching bag for all these other coaches, whether it's Doc Rivers or Charles Lee or Mosley or Jason Kidd or what's the kid the guy from L.A. What's his name? The guy out there, the coach
Ty
from L.A.
Lue? Yeah,
No, that other
Ty
guy,
Lue
the
might be
other guy,
available.
the other guy from L.A. What's his
Oh
name?
God,
What's the dude?
I know you're talking about JJ Redick, huh?
J.J. Redick. Yeah,
Oh,
anybody. Oh, they all beat up on the Pelicans. They only got 13 wins, bro. That means most teams beating up. They got 40 losses on the season, bro. So yeah, we they definitely a pinata. Borrego's
yeah,
definitely a pinata.
yeah. What do you
So
make
anyway,
about this, man? We'll go ahead and get up out of here. Zion's personal trainer actually posted something on Twitter. He says, the best ability is availability. Zion returned from injury ahead of schedule, has now played 26 straight games, the most of his career. He's weighing 268 pounds now with 12.8% body fat. When preparation is intentional, durability follows. We still working.
I mean that's positive that we getting this much straight games out of Zion Williamson. To be honest with you, but I think with all his good health, he needs to start maturing aspects of his game. I'm gonna keep going back to the mid-range shot. I mean, it can get a lot better for this man if and obviously he's not going to do it himself. He's not going to do it himself. People telling me, Q, I see him in the practice taking the mid-range shots in practice and hitting them. Don't make a damn bit of difference to me if you're not doing it in the game. You might as well stop it in practice if you're not going to do it in the game. That's an aspect of his game that he needs to develop, and coaches really need to start getting on him for that and force him to start getting better there, because we'll see a lot more of Zion's maturation, that he don't have to get knocked down and beat down, or he has to challenge bigs at the rim every time for a difficult layup when they giving him 5 feet of space. Just rise up and take the jumper. So I mean, and it's just crazy to me. You see I'm obviously he watching the players. We see the rookies taking the mid range. I see Derek Queen taking mid range shots, like it ain't nothing, but he don't do it. So I mean, that's the next level. I harp on that because that's the next level of development for this man. If he wants to get to the next level of his game, he got to unlock his mid range shot. He got to unlock that. Because when he does that, he'll force those guys to come to him, and he'll be able to then have a lane to go right around him. It changes the game 1,000%. It even helps him in terms of staying even more healthy. That he don't have to get knocked down on the ground trying to finish over 2 or 3 7-footers. So I mean, it's positive, bro. But still, in all, it's not none of all of this stuff is not translating to wins. Like keeping them healthy, everybody's healthy, and we still can't win. We're not winning any games. We're not getting any wins here. None of this positive stuff. Keeping the turnovers down, hitting the free throws. Zion's healthy, the whole damn team healthy. It's still not translating into wins. It's still not wins. So I mean, that's my take on it. The guy maybe trying to pump his own name up. So look what I did for Zion. I got Zion this. Come, I don't know what he's trying to do, but it's a positive being that he's actually healthy for a change. But it's still this. It's still this. Just I'm just still pissed about it because it's not helping us win games. Not as a team. We're not winning as a team. We're not doing what we're supposed to do to pick up wins. And time is running out. So I mean, this season already is all they got. They ain't got the draft. All they have is the playing tournament, and I don't know how I dare not even care to ask you guys how many damn games the Pelicans are behind in the playing tournament. I don't even know if I want to get an answer for that. How far they are. I know they ain't the worst team in the league no more. I know that the Sacramento Kings have lost 10 games in a row, and they're actually the half a game worse than the Pelicans. I know that much. I just don't know how many games the Pelicans are behind the 10th seed. I think it's the Blazers or one of those guys, either Clippers or the Blazers. I don't know, but I don't know how many. But I don't know how many games with it. But I wouldn't be surprised if it's over 10 games. Look at Benny says 10 to 11 games back. That's crazy work. But that's all they can aim for. DC is like, okay, Joe Dumars say, I see this as a playoff team. I mean, somebody tell James Borrego that. Somebody tell him to get up off his ass and stop congratulating these players and make them work harder. I mean, what you want me to do? So anyway, that's all I got, bro. Anyway, shout out to
get up out of here, man. Ain't got nothing else neither.
Shout out to the fam. Appreciate y'all being in the stream. Much love to all y'all.
What's that
Benny,
Kaminga thing,
Slim,
man?
Young. Well, Kaminga, they was trying to get his ass out of there for the
I
longest.
don't think he gonna look all that good in Atlanta. I don't see how all that's gonna work together.
What's your boy name, DC? What's your boy name? A shout out to King P Pen. Shout out to y'all, bro.
King P Pen.
Yeah, King. I think that is King P Pen. Well, Golden State just made a trade with the Hawks. Yeah, what's the mime name? I forgot the man name. DC. What's his name?
Man, that's not the mime, bro. The mime is over there in Detroit, bro.
So it wasn't Bryson Graham. That's him.
You talking about the puppet? That's the puppet.
The puppet is Bryson Graham.
That's what was called him. He was getting donuts and coffee and shit. He's
What's the little dude that used to work for your boy at Bad Boy?
David Griffin's hand puppet.
What was the little dude used to pop up the umbrella for your boy from
Bosworth Bentley? Damn. Man, that man over there doing big things now, bro.
Hey man,
got all this old Pelicans players. You got CJ over there. You got Dyson over there. You got NAW over there. Yeah, he's probably about to go get Jackson Hayes next.
Oh no!
Might go get him before 2:00 tomorrow.
Jackson Hayes pushing mascots down and shit. Now
they need some toughness.
Yeah, that's crazy. A walking palm tree pushing down a NBA mascot. That's a funny picture.
That dude ain't gained a pound of muscle since his rookie season, bro. He looks absolutely the same, bro.
The same goofy
I've
looking
never
dude,
seen a big man be in the league for that long, bro. It's just like he didn't get bigger at all.
He found his way to the West Coast. That's where he wanted to go, man.
I mean, he perfect over there with Luka. We get to throw him some lives and shit. That'll,
Did he say he gonna switch nationalities and play on Luka's national team? That's cool. Yeah,
that'd be crazy.
Yeah, he trying to get on best way he can. Thank you, bro. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't see the Kaminga thing working in Atlanta. I mean, his contract is up after this year, and Jalen Johnson is like the hub, I guess you would say. Who they running at center? They got a Kongwu. So what he gonna play at 3?
A Kongwu is hurt. They just traded for Jock Londale.
So it's gonna be Dice, CJ, Kaminga, Jalen Johnson, and the Kongwu.
Who said that Kaminga was gonna start? Who
He
said
gonna
he was
bring
gonna start?
Kaminga off. He gonna bring him off the bench.
I mean, yeah,
Risha Shaw sucks. He ain't never gonna be that guy, man.
that's what I'm about to try to tell you, bro. Who says he's gonna get past Risha Shaw? Risha Shaw
I
was the
think he
second.
better than Risha Shaw right now.
Yeah, but still in all, them
I
people
know he
invested a
banged us
first.
over the head.
That man, if they invested a
They
number
can't
one
start
overall
NAW
pick,
and CJ.
they're not going to start. They're not going to start
Pleading.
Kaminga
Nobody else
over
ain't gonna get no shots.
Zachary Risha. They're not going to do it when that's their number one overall pick. He has to play. To start Kaminga over him would basically
So Kaminga
would
gonna
say
be.
that you giving up on him if you're doing
So
that.
Kaminga gonna go from Golden State, where he couldn't start, he felt like he started, to Atlanta to not start.
He get an expiring contract too. I mean, doesn't his contract fall off? You get a
Yeah,
lot of
that
that
gotta
money
be
back.
it. I guess.
So there you go.
But they got a pick for taking out.
But I'm saying, but at the same time, you're looking at it that Atlanta's just 2 games under 500. So obviously, these moves that Bryson Graham is making is an attempt to kind of elevate the flow for them
I don't
guys.
see how that really
Because they picked up
elevates.
they picked up Jack Londale, a backup center, and
That's good.
Okongwu was hurt. They added Buddy Hield, so they ended up getting Buddy Hield ad for shooting. They also got Corey Kispert to add into the mix. So they got some of these moves. So they made a couple of moves there. They still got C.J. McCollum. They got Lou Kennard there. Corey Kispert is there. Buddy Hield is there. At some point, Jonathan Kaminga gets there, so he'll more than likely play either the 3 or the 4 coming off the bench. So he kind of helps fortify their second unit, and he does provide insurance if there's an issue with, with what I start as either Zachary Shaw or Jalen Johnson. So I mean, if anything, you've seen Bryson Graham improve the shooting of his team, especially coming off the bench. Man, they added a bunch of shooters there. And a defensive player like Kaminga, who still average, he's 15 points a game or something like that, 15 and what he gets, 15 and 7 or something like that Kaminga gets.
I guess.
What is his numbers? No, 12 and 6 on 45% shooting.
Yeah,
So,
I was about to tell you, they ain't good enough for me to know.
Yeah, so I mean, and like I said, he ain't gonna start over Risha Shaw, that's for certain. But yeah, it does. But DC, Atlanta's got a good coach. They got a good coach, and he'll figure out a way.
Yeah, maybe you know what? Maybe I'm underrating what having a good coach.
It's a lot of shooters there.
We ain't had a good one in a long time, man.
That's right. All right, thank you, King.
Byron Scott is probably the best coach we had.
Nobody gets hurt. Take the money out. All of it. Come on. I'm wasting my time now. Come on. Stop stalling.
Yes, indeed. But yeah, man, go ahead, DC. We finish up, man.
Nah, I'm just saying Byron Scott probably the best coach we done had, I guess. Huh?
Byron, how about what's the guy with the bad breath?
Oh wow, Stan Van Gundy.
Van Gundy, yeah.
I mean, of this regime, of this era, but just Pelicans / Hornets. Would you take Monty Williams over Byron Scott? I say no, just for the fact that he created Willie Green. Say hell no. Without Monty, there would be no Willie.
About what with Byron Scott with me, man. Byron Scott didn't do anything. But then again,
it was all right until J.R. Smith started sleeping with that man's daughter.
Yeah, that's what kind of tore it up right there. But he gotta kind of check on that, man. He gotta make sure, that's like, man, don't play with me, man. This type of thing. But it's just what it was, man. What it was. Yeah, because J.R. Smith was something else, man. When he got him, he just was a young talent. We drafted that kid straight out of high school, I think it was. He was 18 years old, and he could score. He would dunk. He was phenomenal. Just didn't have any discipline. He didn't want to play defense. Didn't want to commit to the defensive side of the ball. Byron Scott used to have to wrestle with him, and at that period of time, we had him and Chris Paul together for like what, a half a year? DC, was it a year or half a year when we had Chris Paul and J.R. Smith together?
I think it was like a year and a half, huh?
Yeah,
we had him as his full rookie year, and then halfway through that
next year. Yeah. So we thought that backcourt was going to turn into something special, man. To have.
I mean, it would have been.
Yeah.
I mean, you saw all the signs.
Wasn't David? But that was David West was there too, right? I remember David West
Yeah.
being there too. So yeah, that backcourt.
Oh, we're about to take off.
Yeah, that wouldn't have been. That would have been pretty good. It just never materialized. So just like a lot of stuff that we see happen down here in New Orleans, it doesn't come to fruition. But anyway, with that being said, speaking of that, we about to leave up out of here. Listen, I appreciate all y'all listening. Y'all do us a service by hitting the like button, hitting the subscribe button. By all means, feel free to share the show on your social media feed. PPR, Pels, Edge by Bucks in overtime, 141 to 137. We lining up for the next matchup. That's going to be against the Minnesota Timberwolves, 32-20 on Friday. We'll be back on PPR Final to recap that matchup, man. So it will be on the other side of the trade deadline, so y'all be looking out for PPR update for anything pertaining to the Pelicans. We'll let you know. So with that being said, we're out. Much love. Peace. Go Pelicans.
You're listening to the Pelicans postgame report on the PRO Media Network for all things Pelicans.
Perfect. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that. Birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever. Ain't gon' lie, I feel flyer than I ever been. We stay ballin', this New Orleans, I'm a Pelican. It's going down in the nest, wild, wild west. Come in town and you best, show us some respect. 3-point threat, I better make it rain. If it's something, don't jump stupid like your ankle sprain. Always said, never hate the player, hate the game. Jumping where the dame late, punch a train. Post game, Big Q, talking about business. Bird gang, YouTube, they ain't flocking with us. Lock up the division mission, get into the finals. Finish competition, then it's going win the title. I know this flyer than you can get. Such a threat that the refs just might call a tag. You could double, you could press, but you can't check. Right, left, slide by you like a Eurostep. Fly Pelican, fly Pelican, fly Pelican. And I tell them that birds of a feather flock together. Fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican forever. And never, and never, and never, and never, and never, and never say birds of a feather flock together. Yeah, fly down, I'm a Pelican forever. Pelican.
Hey, New Orleans! Whether you're catching up on Saints news at Jackson Square, checking Pelicans scores in the Garden District, or staying updated on LSU while grabbing coffee in the French Quarter, there's one place that keeps you connected to everything that matters in our city. From Bourbon Street to the Superdome, from Preservation Hall to the Riverfront, New Orleanians are staying in the know with thehootetdaily.com. Your daily source for Saints, Pelicans, LSU, and all the sports, music, and culture that makes our city special. At work downtown, at a game in the Dome, or just relaxing by the Mississippi, wherever life takes you in the Big Easy, you can stay connected. Because when you're from New Orleans, you don't just live here. You stay in the NO. That's stay in the know. Visit thewhodatdaily.com and never miss what matters most to Who Dat Nation.
Welcome to the Pro Shop, where we create authentic NOLA-inspired clothing for men, women, and children. From Saints jerseys to Pelicans gear, everything's crafted right here in New Orleans. Whether you're shopping the Pro Shop, the Pel Shop, or the Pro Shop Kids, we've got your whole family covered with genuine merchandise that represents our city.